everyone. Welcome to the Forex Academy Daily Market Summary. If you're new here, we go over 22 Forex pairs that I watch on a daily basis, and I give you an update on what I'm currently watching and live trades that I've taken, limit orders that I've placed, wins, losses. I reveal it all to you. So I trade this on a real account, and I have a system called the VMS Strategy that I am very successful with, and I'd like to share that with you. So here we go. Today is Monday, December 8th, and we're going to start out with the markets that I'm currently watching, and the pound to the Australian dollar. Now what I do is I use the 4-hour chart to find structure in the market, and then after the VMS triggers, then I'll start moving down to the 1 hour and the 15-minute to get a more precise entry. So, okay, this market, I see this as being in a downtrend. We've got 3 legs to the downtrend. We broke and made a new low past this swing low that we had here. And now we've moved back up into a possible resistance area. So I'm watching this for potential move down. Now before that can happen, momentum will have to come way up here and then hook to the downside before I'm even interested in it. The next one is the dollar to the yen. And this market, you can see, I believe it's in a downtrend. We did make a new low right here, so we passed this swing low and we made a new low. So could it possibly be coming up to the resistance area here and doing a reversal? Maybe. That's what I'm going to be watching for. I see momentum is very high right here. It's at, well, it's not very high. I mean, it is high. It's high enough. So we need to see momentum hook down, and then ideally make divergence up in here. But for right now, we're just watching this market. The next one is the euro to the US dollar. And this guy, again, you know, this one has been in an uptrend for quite a while, and it made a pullback into a possible support zone. I'm not too thrilled about just these two, but all of this kind of gets me going a little bit. So I am watching this one for a possible trend continuation. Australian dollar to the Japanese yen. This is a potential confluence where we have an uptrend line here. We have a potential pullback into a pretty solid support zone. And so I'm looking for a pullback here, and then all of my VMS triggers to happen right in here, and then perhaps move up again. The VMS, everything has to line up before I'm interested in taking it. And that's the patience when you have a strategy that you really believe in. The Canadian dollar to the Singapore dollar. This one I was watching for perhaps a reversal. I was looking for a shooting star formation up here for setup up here. And so when that didn't happen, this is what I was thinking. Maybe it will consolidate a little bit, give me the rejection candles that I'm looking for, and then maybe everything else will play out. They don't always play out, obviously. There's a lot more that don't than that do, but by watching them like this, you watch the actual setup form, and then when you get into it from the VMS strategy and you see you take the win from it, it's a very, very good feeling. Euro, I already did that. What do I got? Okay, Australian dollar to the Swiss franc. This is another one that I believe might come into confluence right here. So we're watching that one. So here's one that I missed this morning. This is a limit order that I placed and missed, and that's the Australian dollar to the US dollar. That was a quick hit, man. Boy, that thing, let me show it to you here real quick. I did put a limit order in on this. My limit order was right here, right at this black line. And I determined that from just, just looking at it, no real math, just looking at it, saying to myself, well, if it comes back up to here, then I'll get in. And that's based upon what my risk factor is, what my comfort level is. And then I always go for a 2-to-1 profit margin. The 15-minute volume, which is something I rely heavily on, is the volume, because to me, volume tells me when more people are selling in the market or buying in the market. And on a 15-minute, I'll show you this one real quick. On a 15-minute chart, here is where the 4-hour was. So I can look back from there, and right here, look at this second number right here. Right there, you see a 94. So on a 15-minute chart at 4:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a whole bunch of people came in this market. A ton of people came in and started selling this market. Volume went crazy. 94 is pretty high. So then by the time I see it, I'm over in this area by the time I get to my computer at 5 o'clock in the morning. And now I'm starting to see this all play out. So it's coming down, and I'm looking at it right in here, and I'm thinking, well, I don't want to get right in. So anyhow, I placed a limit order right here, and you can see that the market just barely missed it by like 1 tick. So that happens. I have no FOMO. I get so many opportunities through the month that, to miss one once in a while is not a big deal. To take a loss once in a while is not a big deal. And that's why I don't mind sharing all of this, because I don't take that many losses, to be honest with you. Okay. The next one, here's a good one. So the pound to the Swiss franc, you guys are going to love this. Pound to the Swiss franc. Now this is one I even commented. Wait till you see what my comment was. Hang on, it's back here a little ways. Right here. Look at this. I was in this market to go up. Okay. I got in right here. 15-minute volume was at 90 at 3:45 a.m. I did a limit order. I got filled right in here. And yeah, this is what I smell a rat. This is where my stop loss was. And according to TradingView, the market never hit my stop loss, but yet I got stopped out. So I've taken that one with a grain of salt. That does not happen very often, and that's why I'm kind of highlighting it. I don't see that very often. I have experienced stops just coming right up to my stop, touching it, and then getting out. But if you see that, this one I don't see where it touched it. But anyhow, my little rant. I'll show you a win, a couple of wins that we took. Pound to the Canadian dollar, right here. I'm going to get back into the 4-hour chart here. I love TradingView. Okay, look at this, guys. So this is a trade that we got in on Friday at basically 5 a.m. And by the close of business, we were already in profit. That's day trading. I'm a swing trader. So, but anyhow, you gotta love when things like that work out. And I took this one, and all 3 time frames was above what my minimum requirements is. So, 4-hour, I need volume to be at least 80, 1 hour 85, and 15-minute 90. I mean, that's like real sniper kind of stuff, getting in there right when everybody's starting to sell or buy. volume tells you when that is happening. I mean, it's huge. So anyhow, then what did we have? We had a really nice impulsive move right here, and then we had a shooting star reversal setup right there. There's your shooting star. There's the engulfing candle. And when I got to it in the morning, I had this one right here. In fact, let me just break it down for you. So here, that's a 7 o'clock right here, which is 5 o'clock my time. And so that's where I got in at. Now, let's go back to the 4 hour. Okay, anyhow, that was a wonderful win. And, oh, look at momentum. See how high momentum is? It's like 94. And then just a beautiful hook down. So that's really strong momentum. When you see something like that, there's something going on, guys. Next win that we took was euro to the Swiss franc. Right here. This one, I think we were in for about a week or so. And let's see, right here, we got in Tuesday, December 2nd, so about a week ago. And so we got in. Why did we get in this one? Well, we got in this one because it is in an uptrend. If you follow this, we have a low to a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, and this is where we're starting to get interested. But this is the same. So now, right in here is our breakout. And so we had, I think we got 91. I mean, look at that. Look at the volume right down here. Just on the 4 hour, we had 91. So I came in it on a limit order. I do a lot of limit orders. It's got to make sense for where I think my stop loss should be. And based on where my stop loss is, that will tell me where profit is. And I can look at the charts and see whether, does that make sense? Does this profit target make sense? And I look over here and I see that the market has obviously been up above that. So yeah, that makes sense. That's, that's Darl reasoning. Okay. So that's about it. And I appreciate you guys watching. If this helps you at all, if just ask questions, and I will answer everything that I see to the best of my ability. I really want you to be able to get this and go back and back test it for yourself. I've been using this same strategy and refining it for the last 6 months. And the last couple of months, it's really proven to be a very simple strategy once you understand it. Okay, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.